So I've got a new gadget to unbox for all of you today because normally, as you can see, this is my audio setup. I use a wired USB microphone, but it can often be a little bit annoying to use. And so I have a wireless lav mic set. This is from Hollyland. It's called the Lark M2 wireless lavalier microphone. And I think you can see a little bit of a spoiler here, but it's intended to be a fairly versatile setup that I hope is just more portable, less wires, easier to use in general. So let's go ahead and get in here and take a look. Okay, so it's got a nice cute little box here, and you open it from the back. And starting with our first layer, I'm guessing manuals, little gift card, something like that. We can look at those in a second. We have the case. And you can see this is a charging case, so if you're used to AirPods or other wireless earbuds, this is kind of a similar design. Comes with a couple of dongles outside of the case there. And then going a bit deeper, another layer of stuff. Looks like we've got a carrying case of sorts. Some stuff inside. Some cables and stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and put the packaging aside. And let's just go one at a time here. So I'm going to start with these little extras. Let's see what we got. So this says, Hollyland, we are here for you. After sales card. Let's get in touch. After sales service, activation, warranty, probably feedback. So basically nothing exciting here. Here we've got some stickers. Could be fun. These might actually go on the unit themselves if you want to kind of mask it as a type of color. Or, okay, so these go actually on the mic. I think we might look at that in a second. And here we've got some, basic product information. This is the packing list if you don't want to watch the unboxing. So I'll put those to the side. And let's go ahead and, before we look at all these extras, because what are those even going to mean to us until we understand the product a bit better, what we have here are the actual microphones. So these are the wireless mics, and there are two of them. So if you're doing, say, an interview or something, it's very easy to capture audio from both people close to them. This is usually worn on your collar or t-shirt or what have you. And you can see that these don't have a clip, and instead they have this kind of magnetic setup. And in this camera arrangement, it's a little hard to show how it would work for real, but I'll just show you here on my collar. You can basically snap them through your fabric like that, and it's pretty sturdy. It's a nice strong magnet. You can see we got some plastic here covering the charging points, and this is maybe buttons or something like that. This is a receiver of sorts. And what we really have actually are three different dongles. This is a charging cable, nothing too special there. This is a 3.5 millimeter audio cable. And so between these three setups, what we have are the ability to connect to a device either through USB Type-C, Lightning if you're in the iOS world, and all reliable 3.5 millimeter audio jack. And this is the most complicated of the dongles. It seems to have like a gain or volume dial here, power, and I think this might be mute or something like that. And this one also has a physical clip. So if you're connecting to a phone and it doesn't have USB-C or Lightning, maybe it's an old micro USB type device, or maybe you're connecting to a laptop or something like that, you can use 3.5 millimeter dongle. I will probably most often be using this USB Type-C dongle, and so you can plug this into a phone or something like that. And then this one, it's nice to have. You never know when the only device available to you might be an iOS device, or maybe I'm lending this to somebody else. So that's why I bought the combo pack. And in fact, they have different versions, some which come with just one of these. But I always go for versatility. I like knowing that I have what I need. So I figured I'd get the combo pack. And so let's take a look at these little extras. So it looks like what we have here is clips. Not too surprising there. And I think you probably can do this either with a little stack or directly. So that might require a little bit of testing to see what creates the strongest point. This feels quite strong, but if you don't want to clip with the magnet, you can use a traditional spring-based clip like this. So that is nice to have. And it has two of those. So one set of accessories. What do we have here? Slightly more stubborn packaging here. I'm going to have to tear. Okay. This looks like retention devices. They had this little washer between them, plastic washer, but I think that's actually just a spacer. Probably not important. Get some of this stuff off camera here. So I think that what we have with these, it's just kind of like a lanyard if you want to secure any part of the device in some way. Well, really the magnetic parts. So not exactly sure when I would use these, but nice to have. Here we have okay, I wasn't necessarily expecting this, but this looks like a pop filter. So what you can do here is you put the microphone inside of this. I'm not going to do it just now, but once the mic's in here, you'll have a more soft and diffuse sound. And so that can give you a different kind of audio quality if that's what you're looking for. And this is a second one. So you can do that on both mics to provide consistent audio across both devices or both speakers. So a very nice complete little set here. As we were looking at with these stickers earlier, they fit like this. So if for any reason you wanted to have a different aesthetic, because these mics, you know, they often are visible, and you can either call attention to them with these faces, or if you just want to go for a simple white or black, that may help you sort of mask or hide them from the shot. So that's really all there is here. I guess I can show you that these magnetically clip into this case, which will also charge them. And I think you may be able to see somewhere, maybe if I close it, we have a battery indicator, which I think is very nice. The case charges with USB-C. Has a nice sturdy feel to it. Feels like you could definitely throw this into a duffel bag or whatever, not worry too much about your stuff. But what about the dongle? And this was something that was very difficult to find online, because I wanted to know, does the case hold the dongles or does it charge all of them? And it seems to me that the dongles do not need to be charged. So the case does not really need to be a charging case for them. And it came like so. with the analog audio dongle inside the case and these two outside of the case. But I think what makes this kind of good enough, because I hate to have little loose things around, and it's nice that it comes with a bag and it comes with some retention devices and things like that, but most of the time I will not be needing these extra dongles. I can leave them at home and I can just put the one that I need into the case like so, and you can see it fits just fine. That's with the USB-C one. Maybe a little loose and rattly, but honestly not bad. And the same goes for Lightning. It fits great. So really, even though you can kind of tell that it was only designed to truly fit this one in a really nice, tight way, and it doesn't fit all of your equipment into the case, which you can certainly see how that would be nice. Most of the time, I will probably put my USB-C dongle in here. I will close this up, and I'll probably leave pretty much everything else at home in this bag, and only really bust these out for specific needs, special occasions. Thank you for watching, everyone. That's pretty much it for the unboxing of the Hollyland Lark M2 wireless lavalier microphone set. But as you can see, I'm wearing it now, so consider this a very, very brief audio test, and hopefully this entire setup is going to help me make more videos, streamline my process. So thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.